Well, welcome back, folks. Welcome to Holderness Coast. Finally allowed out back fishing. It's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, getting on now. So last time I went fishing was when I went to Morecambe. I've been on house arrest. I've had all sorts of DIY jobs and the usual bits and pieces. Oh, it's good to be back out. It is good to be back out. Now, I will say the weather conditions are horrible. We've got 20 to 30 mile an hour westerly winds across the whole of the country. I've got you guys wrapped up against me tackle box. It looks like the camera's bouncing around quite a bit. But yeah, the whole country has been battered by these westerly winds. So yeah, the west coast would probably have been a bit of a waste of time. The east coast, funnily enough, has got a little bit of colour, but until this morning has been crystal clear. In fact, where we are today, the last couple of days have been catching mackerel off the shore. Not a good sign. Normally on the east coast, where I am today over on the Holderness coast by Withensea, normally you like to see a little bit of colour in the water. So the fact that there has been none, it could be slow going. One of the main reasons for coming over here today, I've been and picked up some of my old rods from Carl Holdstock, done some repairs for them, done an absolutely sterling job as well. So I get smashed in the face with, I don't know if it's dandelion seeds or what it is that's blowing off the cliff tops. I get absolutely peppered with them. So I've picked them up. I am going to have a clear out of my fishing gear. Yeah, I've got far too many rods. But I've just collected and thought I'll have that. I've got Mike of Mike's Rigs fishing just to the right of me. Like I say, not much colour in the water. We've probably got 80 yards or so maybe of colour in front of us. We've got about an hour and a half till low water. The plan was always, with there being no colour, to fish into the night. So I was only going to fish high tide later on, which is about 8:30 tonight. But I managed to get away early. We've come down, we're set up. I've got the air light behind me, set up with a set of feathers on. When it gets to low water, there's a bit of a sandbar over there. I'll walk out on that and have a chuck with the feathers, see if we can get some live mackerel, some fresh mackerel. I think Mike's brought his pull net. We're going to have a go some fresh prawns. So I think this will probably be a fairly short session on here, and then we'll go and get set up somewhere mid-afternoon and fish over high and into the night. So that almost sounds like the crux of a plan, doesn't it? All I know is you guys are along for the ride. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, yeah, see how we go on. Practically trawling, look, practically trawling. Mike's off going to try and get some fresh prawns. First time he's tried this net. The lad made it for him, and yeah, we're just gonna have I'm not, Mike is gonna have a bit of a wander around in this pool before it completely empties out, see if we can get some fresh shrimp for this afternoon, and then I think we're gonna move on. So I'm gonna stand and watch Mike do all the work, and we'll bring you back in a second and show you what we get. Here he comes. Looks like hard work that does, mate.
Got the fucking young old milk.
I reckon old MOD shrapnel in this. Yeah, have to call bomb squad, that'll be it, session done. No, it's a bit twisted up, there you go. Plenty of prawns.
Flatty there, look.
Oh yeah, a little turbot. What's that, rockling?
No, rockling.
That weaver just burying itself down there, look. Nasty, nasty little bastard. Little prawns. That's them little spines there, look. That is what'll finish your afternoon.
How's that?
Yeah, nice that. He's a good egg, isn't he, look? Into a good egg. Fetching me some fresh bait. And then while I'm down there, I've just come walking down with his bucket, filling up some water. Just noticed some line. So we're going to recover this, see if we can get ourselves a free rig. Not like you've got as many weavers this time though.
No, it's more muddy down there. Plenty bit though.
Yeah. And that, by the way, is our total haul of feathers from low water. We've not gone searching around rocks or anything like that. That's literally just the sets we found at low water. There's probably more in there, in amongst the shrapnel and the rocks and boulders and stuff, if we went looking. But that is 6 sets of feathers. Oh, that hole is looking very inviting. Very, very inviting. It's just starting to fill in again nicely now. That would have been right where I was fishing for tonight. But instead, we're off. We're moving. We're heading slightly further up the coast. I'm really tempted to stay, fish on my own and fish there. However, I did that last time and Mike was like, no, I'm going to such and such. And he disappeared and had a few bass, a few rays. And I think I think it was when I fished with Steve from Sparta Fishing. Me and Steve I think I had 1 thorny last cast. So I'm going to follow the oracle. Me and Mike are going to head to this other spot. It's 3:15, so we're an hour into the flood. We're going to go and get set up. And yeah, we're going to fish through till, I mean, I'll probably fish through till, oh, there's no point in me saying, is there? Because every time I tell you what time I'm fishing till, I end up either fishing late, calling it early. But we've got plenty of bait, we've got plenty of prawns, fresh prawns. I've got a huge edible crab, loads of bait to go at. The weather's all right. Hopefully we can get tucked in behind a cliff top, and I'll see you there. Right, folks. We've moved, we're all set up on mark number 2. We've come up to Aldeburgh, come north. Further south last night there was a lot of mackerel being caught. Well, actually where we were and south, which is south of Withensea. Now we're just south of Hornsea. My default is always to head to the south beaches. Mike's default is always to head to the north beaches. There's a little bit of colour in the water, not a great deal. In front of me there is another channel. I've only got 1 rod set up at the minute, so I've got the Fury set up with that Wessex rig. On the top wishbone setup I've got a tiny little ragworm and a live prawn, and on the bottom one I've just got a small ragworm, and I've chucked that just into here, about 15 feet off the water's edge, just while this sandbar fills over and we start to get a bit more water in front of us. I've got the pulley dropper already set up on the Airpower. I haven't put that out yet. Like I say, I'm going to wait until there's a bit more water in front of us. You can just see where the breakers are behind me, where that sandbar is. It's all covered over now. You can't see any of the gullies further up the beach, but when we get a bit more water in front of us, I'll get that pulley dropper set up and I'll get that dropped into here as well. And I'll be honest, folks, I am just going to mess about and enjoy my fishing this evening. Well, that little scratching rig's doing the business. Look, there we go, first one, first bite, first fish. Little common green eel. I think it's a green eel. I don't think it's a silver one. But yeah, there we go. Proper made a mess of my little rig, but should go back. Get it back. Another one for the species hunt. Happy days. Right, folks, gone for it. 2 rods now in the water, both set up. I just had that little green eel on the Fury, so I've rebaited that, sent that out. Big ass helicopter on the way in. In fact, it looks like I'm getting a little touch on the Fury. And I've gone big on the Airpower. Mike was just talking to one of the lads up there, said that there were a 5-foot tote washed up. So I've slung a massive mackerel bait out. There's probably 4 or 5 feet of water in that gully in front of us now. So I slung it into there, and I'm just going to leave that out there, see what comes of it. We'll probably leave that for a good 40 minutes or so. If we don't get any rattles, we'll bring it in and change it. Just a bit of a swell building up. It's just starting to move the leads about a little bit. I don't understand why though, because I thought I was going to pick this up and see a load of weed on the line. But it doesn't look like there is. But just as I went to put the rod back down then, there's a definite pullback. Surprise, surprise, I've changed my mind and I've swapped this for that pulley dropper. Put a big chunk of edible crab on and a ragworm. Wonder if this could be a ray. Let's have a look, shall we? It's definitely doing something. Could just be a big old chunk of weed though. Listen to these reels squeaking, well overdue a good service. I have just ordered some new Akios reels actually. A lot of people message me, obviously I'm part of the Akios Alliance and I can now supply Akios tackle as well. Message me asking what I think of the Akios reels, and the honest truth is I've never actually used them. So I've ordered myself some. I'm going to see what I think. That looks like a big raft of weed. That's what happens when you cast out far. A big old chunk of weed. Nice. Actually just cast out that other rod. And then this has gone over. Nearly pulled the rod stand over with it. Question is it? Yeah, we're still on. Are we on? Yeah, we're in. There we go. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything at all the way the GoPro's set up. Maybe, maybe not. I think you're on the piss, looking at the sky. But we have a fish on. I've just sent that one out. Let's hope that that doesn't go over as well. Oh, I've got a load of weed. Load of weed, load of weed, load of weed. And a little smoothie. Oh. Come here, little get. There we go. Oh, lively little get. Proper lively little man. Let me just see where you are looking. I'll have to dip down there. There we have it. First little smoothie of the session, for me anyway. The other lads have had 2 or 3 now, but cracking little smooth iron, second species of the session, and I'm going to run down there, get this one back, get another bait in the water. It looks like crab is the way to go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Not an issue going back. Right, it's about 20 past 6, so we've got 2 hours till high water. Just had that little hound. So what we've been fishing now, 2 hours maybe. It's filling in lovely. Oh my days, it's like I can't remember how to bloody talk to the camera. Like I say, I've been under house arrest for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I can't really argue either. I've got a list of DIY stuff that needed doing, a list of admin stuff that needed doing, work's been busy, spending time with Sarah and Jack. So unfortunately, fishing had to get knocked on the head. And it's just nice to be back out. So me and Sarah have got a deal on where I've got 2 more jobs I think to get done. Quite big jobs, but hopefully they'll not take me long. Basically I've got a bathroom to finish fitting and tiling, and I've got laminate to lay downstairs, and then I can get a weekend away fishing, was the deal. Although having said that, this last week Sarah's obviously noticed it, I've noticed it, I've been getting tetchy, frustrated, all the usual little telltale signs. And I said to Sarah the other day, I said, I know the deal is I'll get these jobs done and I can have a weekend, and she just went, yeah, you can go fishing. So she knew what was coming. I have been grafting in the background as well, you'll be pleased to know. Obviously I've been doing the Akios Fury competitions, giveaways, both on YouTube, on the Facebook group, the Awful Anglers Facebook group. And if you've not got me on the social media, so Facebook, Instagram, etc., I also now supply all the Akios and the Nova products. So if you need any bits, you want any bits, feel free to get in touch. And then also the other thing I've been working on is a new logo, an actual logo, not just the YouTube logo and some writing, an actual logo. And alongside that I've been working on some merchandise as well. So I've got a few different designs, patterns. There'll be t-shirts, hoodies, beanies, trucker caps, potentially as well mugs and thermos flasks is what I'm working on. So loads going on, loads of exciting stuff, loads to come as well. I am promised a weekend away. I'm not sure where I want to go yet, possibly the southeast somewhere, just because I've never fished there before. I realised when I fished Morecambe the other week, I enjoy rocking up to random places that I've never fished before and just giving it a go. We've got North Wales, a week in North Wales in September, start of September, and the Pwllheli Pairs, or the Welsh Open Pairs Festival. So me and my dad have entered that again this year, potentially a trip down South Wales, and then I think, I'm not sure when the Daiwa competition is. So loads and loads of fishing still to come this year, and then we'll be into cod season, and frankly I'm really looking forward to cod season. If I'm honest, I am saving my fishing tokens. Oh, hello. Hello, 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 hello. I'm saving my fishing tokens this summer for winter, because I've got loads and loads of marks and loads of things I want to go and try this winter fishing for cod. As a definite bite, you all saw that, didn't you? I just went up to see Mike to get some prawns, and as I was walking back, this has took off. I think I've missed it, and out of my pocket I've just pulled a handful of live prawns that were going to be the next bait. So I'll stick them on there for a minute, and we'll go and have a look, see what we're doing out with this, see if I've missed it. That down there. I think I've still got a prawn in my pocket. That'll be one that gets found in the washer later on. Oh dear. Alright, let's bring this in. Oh no. Yeah, we're on. Run. Are we on? I cannot tell. Right, let's get this one in. Get them prawns slapped on quick. See what happens. I'll move out the way so you can watch that rod tip. Keep your eye on that rod tip. I'll deal with this. Oh, that's on. That is on. Oh. I don't know, you know. Yeah, we're still there. There's a little flicker. I don't think it's anything to really shout about though. Oh, I've missed it. How the hell have I missed that? Oh, that's unbelievable, Jeff. Like I say, this bait's only just gone out, so I'm going to flip this straight back out. Right. This one is just going to go steady lob out there, and then let's get that other one. Yeah. What's this?
About an hour.
Dongle.
Yeah.
How do you reckon you'll cook more on a dongle?
Yeah. Don't miss.
Go on then, explain the science to me. How do you not miss on a dongle when you've got another hook on a pennel?
It goes anywhere you want. Hold your hand out.
Yeah.
It spins, anytime it spins it goes in.
Yeah.
Goes into where you want it.
Alright, give it a go. I'll bait this up now then.
Some shrimp. Have you got some on? You got on it?
Yeah, I've got some shrimp on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I don't think it's as big as it. You know, on this one, I'm using. I made a pulley dropper, and I think I've made the main body too long. Slides up and down too much. Yeah. They're no big ones though, are they? I think you've had biggest. What was that, about 7? Do you know the other weird thing and all? All these that I've caught today have all been on the bottom hook on the panel as well, not the circle hook at the top, whereas normally it'd be the circle hook for me at the top. Anyway.
And then pull it on, that's a pulley dropper, isn't it?
Yeah. Another little sprightly fella, cleaned off. Looking good for the camera. These are Mike's dongle rigs. They're essentially a pulley panel or a pulley rig. Got a pulley bead at the top. And he uses a bit of tubing just to stand it off the main body. And then come down to the business end. Chinu on the bottom. Perfection loop. And your dongle. So I'm going to bait this up now with some prawns and get it sent out. Sure, I baited that up. I'll be up. And that's it. Just like that. I'm down to 180 or something.
Hang on, come on. Oh.
If I'd have had that bottom hook on, that's on there. Hey?
Now I know my dongle look like.
Got to land it first, you might just have hold at bait. That's it, I'll have 100 dongle rigs then Monday morning. Cheers, pal. Biggest mine, yeah, today.
Show him where the fucking hook is.
Come on then, shout. Put it to the camera. I'll have to eat fucking humble pie, humble pie, aren't I?
Mike's give me this.
There we are then. That is that dongle you just see Mike bait up. We were stood talking, right in the scissors, and probably as well my best hound of the day. When he settles down, doesn't want to play ball, but there we go, best hound of the day. Am I a dongle convert? Not quite. I reckon if I'd had that, I'd have caught that first bite if I'd have had that bottom panel hook on. But cracking little fish. We'll get him, get a quick picture of him, I think, and then we'll get him put back. Oh, that was me. Settle down. Call me crazy. Don't know if you'll have seen it in the GoPro footage. But just on top of that sandbar is pretty much where the colour ends now. So the colour's literally sitting in this gully in front of us. And you can see the birds still working up and down the coast, and they're literally peppering just on top of that sandbar. So I am tempted. Here's one now, watch. There. So I am tempted earlier on, I think I said it, but Mike has made some proper mackerel feathers that you can cast, and I'm tempted to stick one of them on with some ragworm, oik it out there and leave it, because if the birds are feeding on, even if it's sprats, there'll be mackerel after the sprats, there'll be bass after the mackerel, and I don't know. Like I said earlier, I want to play around today, I want to have a bit of fun fishing. I think what I might do is the next rod that comes in, I'll put some feathers on, some baited feathers on, and I'll sling them as far as I can get them, try and get them on top of that sandbar. The weed seems to have eased off a little bit now. See if I can get them on top of that sandbar, and just while it's sort of falling dusk, see if that brings any different results. So that's all I've got. Just some feathers, some tinsel, some little bits of ragworm, just because I'm not using the ragworm and there's no point in me taking it home. So let's stick this on, give it some beans, see if we can get it out into that clear water. Right then, are you ready? Let's see, watch this. He said you can bang a lead with these ones. Watch it crack off. That should just be out the other side of that colour. Let's wait and see. My eyes deceiving me. Did I just see that right? Did everybody else see that? Oh, I'm getting bites. Getting bites. Teeny tiny little bites, but they are bites. Definitely getting at it. Right up, right up. Bear with. Oh shit. Let's leave the feathers alone a minute. Be another bite miss because I'm messing about with tiddlers. Yeah, we're on. And there you go. Huh? No, that one I chucked sort of towards the windmills and into the channel. Just so I can prove that the pulley pennel. Top circle up. Oh, got it old. A good old as well. Right in the scissors. If I can get it out. There you go. Right in the scissors. Just inverted his stomach. He'll swallow that back in a second. There we go. Another little hound. I'll bait that dongle rig up now and sling that back out. Right, I cannot ignore it any longer. If I zoom in and focus on one tiny little area, look at all the fish jumping. See them? I'll zoom back out again. Literally about 30 yards out. So I can't ignore it any longer. I'm going to bring the Fury in and I'm going to put the feathers on, because I've swapped, at the minute I think I've got the dongle on there. For the last little bit of light that we've got, I'm going to put some feathers on and I'm just going to throw some feathers about and see what we can find. Because them whitebait are jumping, there's either mackerel chasing them or there's bass chasing them. I wish, now's the time, I wish I'd brought the air light down and I could have all three rods out and it'd be absolute chaos. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm going to have a bit of fun with my fishing and feathering, I think it is, for another half hour. Smash my fingers to pieces. That's weird. I've gone instantly straight to my spinning stance. Ooh. Now, can you lot see that there? Possibly not, but I have just had an absolute storming bite on the Fury, a left hand rod, That's the one with the dongle still on it. Absolute monster of a bite. And again, dongles missed it. I don't know what all the fuss is about with these dongles. I'm going to sit back on my box, because I'm not going to lie, a minute ago I also had a slight pull on the big mackerel bait that I've got out for the tope. So to say that my heart is doing funny things is a bit of an understatement. Yes, there we go. Oh, that's on. Is it on? How is that just not hooking up? What is going on? What is that? Oh, that is a good fish. That's taking line and everything. Come down here. Maybe you can see. Oh, that is a good fish. Hey? Crab, but it's fucked off right up shore. Huh? Your dongle, so it best be good. No pressure. I'll take it dead steady because it's had 3 goes at it. And then just every now and again it just wakes up and just...
Won't come off. Good dongle.
Don't you say things like that.
It's meant to... Mate, I'm trying to never come off. Good size, that.
Walk it backwards. That's by far the biggest of the day. Whew. Cheers, buddy.
Dongle.
Dongle. Where are we? Look at this, folks. That is by far the best hound of the day. Probably about 6 or 7 pound. Absolute clonker. And put up a really good scrap on that little fury. Stunning little fish. Absolute belter. Chuff for that. I'm not sure if I can get it all in screen. Step back a little bit. There we go. Absolute belter. I almost thought that was a tope. The way that it just took off, started stripping line, I thought that was a tope. But yeah, chuff for that. Well happy. Alright then, get this absolute brute back. Hopefully you can see alright. Let's go for a big old wave. Just skate her out there. No bother whatsoever. A few splashes of the tail out there. Gone. Little wave. See ya. Right then, folks, well, that is us done. It's just coming up to midnight. I missed a couple more bites after that big one, and I've got a 2.5 hour drive home. I've got loads to do this weekend. Hopefully, like I say, Saturday and Sunday this weekend, if I can get plenty done. Maybe next weekend will be further afield, who knows. But yeah, that has been a cracking little day's fishing, just what I needed. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves and tight lines.